Photosynthesis is the process of turning light energy into chemical energy. The reactants of photosynthesis are carbon dioxide, water, and light, and the products are oxygen and glucose. Carbon dioxide gets into the chloroplast through the stomata, and water gets into the chloroplast through the roots, and it is followed by osmosis, and it travels up the xylem. In a plant, in a mesophyll, in a chloroplast, in a thylakoid, there's an electron named eddy, and he is very lazy, and all day he just plays PS2. One day a ray of light comes in and it hits him, and he says, "I have seen the light!" And he gets very energized, and he starts bouncing up and down, and he breaks a glass of water which splits into its respective parts. The oxygens meet, and it was love at first sight. They exited through the stomata and into the sunset. Meanwhile, Eddy had electron buddies now, so they decided to go to a party at the proton pump. While at the party, they attracted protons, and then they partied with them. But then they got bored, and then they dumped them, and they left. Meanwhile, one of Eddy's friends got very tired, and he went back to Eddy's apartment to sleep. But then Eddy and his friends still wanted to party, so then they went to play PS1. And then now they're really tired. So then a ray of light came in, and it hit them, and they got all energized again. So they decided to go to Great America, and they took a taxi, NADPH, to Great America. Meanwhile, the protons that they dumped were not very happy, so then they started throwing a fit. And the hotel manager said, "Don't worry, I have built a special exit for you called the ATP synthase, which only protons can go through." So they go through the ATP synthase and into a limo where they go to Great America to follow the electrons. Meanwhile, the ATP synthase, while they were going through the ATP synthase, it made ATP. At Great America, Eddy and his buddies wanted to go on this roller coaster that was 6x6, but then there were 6 carbon bullies that would not let them go on the ride until they gave them all their energy. Eddy and his friends really wanted to go on the ride, so then they gave them all their energy, and then they got on the ride. When they got on the ride, the roller coaster split by an earthquake into 12 by 3 carbon rows, and 2 of the 3 carbon rows flew off because the roller coaster was spinning so fast. But it was later found out that they were converted into glucose and other high-energy sugars and starches. Meanwhile, the remaining 10 by 3 carbon rows were rearranged into 5 by 6 carbon rows, and the cycle started all over again.